حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله حقا وصدقا. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولا نظير له ولا مثال له. شهادة تنجي قائلها من عذاب النار. وأشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا ومولانا محمدا عبده وحبيبه ورسوله نور النور وبدر البدور صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأولاده وأزواجه وخلفائه الراشدين المرشدين المهديين من بعده ووزرائه الكاملين في عهده، خصوصا منهم على ساداتنا أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي، وعلى بقية الصحابة والقرابة والتابعين والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فيا عباد الله اتقوا الله وأطيعوه. إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. يقول الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال تعالى: قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها. صدق الله العظيم. وقد قال نبيه الكريم محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم: من صام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: من قام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: من صام رمضان ثم أتبعه 6 من شوال كان كصيام الدهر. وكان يقول نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم لصحبه: يا فلان أو يا عبد الله لا تكن مثل فلان كان يقوم قيام الليل فترك قيام الليل. صدق رسول الله. ألا إن أحسن الكلام وأبلغ النظام كلام الله الملك العزيز العلام، كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في نظم الكلام: وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. Indeed, my dear brothers and sisters and dear children, all praise, absolutely all praise, belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, our sustainer, our cherisher, Almighty Allah, the only reality, the one who keeps us alive, the one who brought us into existence when we did not exist, the one who began the creation when there was nothing, the one who makes and creates from nothing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah azza wa jal. Salawat and salam be upon his final prophet and messenger, our prophet, our messenger, our master, our teacher, our role model, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his pure family, noble companions, and all believers, all those who carry kalima shahada in their hearts until the last day, until the day of judgment, the hour of which is known only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the all-knowing, alimul ghaybi wa shahada, allamul ghuyub, subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear and respected brothers and sisters, in light of yesterday's khutbah of Eid, and of course, in light of the recent month of Ramadan, and today is also a second day of Eid for us Muslims, I can say that we are indeed blessed. Indeed, we are the lucky ones. Indeed, it was us that many favors were shown upon us by our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We worshipped Him, we sang His praises, we glorified Him, we came to our masjid, we went to other masajids, we prayed, we fasted, we read the Holy Qur'an, and we saw one another. We texted one another, we called one another, we spoke to one another. We visited maybe some of the people yesterday, exchanged some gifts, sent some gifts in post. And at all these times we felt peace, safety, serenity. But there are many of our brothers and sisters, their Ramadan was nothing like ours. Despite the lockdowns, despite the rules and regulations that are tiring, many of us, especially our director and the volunteers and the people here in the masjid, but I'm sure the same story goes on for any one of you at your workplace and at your own house. It wasn't like that. And maybe their Eid wasn't a very joyous and happy occasion like ours. So indeed, they should just tell us, my brothers and sisters, that we must give our most honest, most earnest, most sincere form of shukr, gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what we got, for what we have. And we indeed have so much, very much indeed. But no doubt, the greatest of all blessings and favors that we may have is the blessing of Iman, my brothers and sisters. So those of our brothers and sisters who've been targeted in the recent weeks, and especially on the eve of Eid and in the haram of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, the sacred mosque, they have that Iman. I lived through a really difficult period in my life. And I can tell you, when we are pushed all the way to the corner, and when people walk literally over us, they degrade us, disregard us, belittle us, and even attack us, then our Iman becomes very powerful and strong. All those brothers and sisters in Jerusalem and in the Holy Land of Palestine, right now they're living lovely, strong spiritual state of being and existence. Very strong hal within their hearts, within themselves, and Allah surely is there, observing carefully, watching over them, and waiting for Allah's limit when that limit cannot be breached, crossed over. Doesn't matter how powerful the state that is trying to do it is. When Allah says, kun, be, and it is. When Allah says, it's not going to be, there is no one who can make it happen. Allah is there. But it's all about our hearts. Did we, in some form or another, sympathize with them? We must. We should have. And even now, we will still be praying for them and helping them in whatever way we can. Trying to show that our gratitude towards our Creator is indeed genuine, honest. Because if I have so much and I know my neighbor is going hungry, not once or twice in his lifetime, but on a regular basis, and I'm having too much and things are going off expiry date in my fridge and freezer and storage that I have in my house, I really got to question my heart. Where do I fit in all that? And how do I answer that hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, that any one of us who goes to sleep full and he knows that his neighbor is in need and that didn't disturb him, nor did he try to be kind to that person, how can such a person have completed their iman? No, they haven't. So I hope, inshallah ta'ala, that we are also having those mixed feelings right now because of what is happening in the Holy Land of Palestine and the conflict not calming down that we all want to see, cease of fires. I lived in the war. I don't want war anywhere in the world, to be honest with you. I lived it. I was not old enough to fight on the front line, but I went to the front line a few times. It's horrible. It's scary. It's traumatizing. It's so bad. Even one soul, if he was killed innocently, lynching. Who has the right to take somebody's sacred life without proper trial, judgment? And I really liked somebody who said, Israel doesn't have that right. Palestine doesn't have that right. Mecca doesn't have that right. London doesn't have that right. Paris doesn't have that right. Nobody has it. Life comes from Allah, and only Allah has the right to take our lives. And that happens. And we've seen it in our community. Many people prayed with us last Ramadan, but we did not see them this Ramadan. And some were so regular here, coming even for Fajr prayer on a regular basis to our beautiful mosque here and before in Abu Bakr Mosque and other masajid here. They are not with us. And what is the guarantee that any one of us will witness another Ramadan? And that's why I said at the beginning, indeed, we were favored upon, we were privileged, blessed, and chosen by Allah. That we lived through the month of Ramadan and we worshipped Him in the way we did, and we managed whatever we did despite the current conditions here as well. It's not the ideal situation anywhere in the world at the moment, Muslim world or non-Muslim alike. But let us remember, I really enjoyed every single khutbah of Eid here in the masjid yesterday. I don't know which ones you came, but I hope you also liked it. But that speech that Shaykh Abdal Hakim gave again, no doubt that we live in the world of huge disparities, like never before. The history that we are now part of, people might write books 200 years later about us, is a really odd and strange one, and it is not going in the right direction. But we Muslims never give up, nor do we ever lose hope. And that's why the Shaykh said we don't fall in despair. Even if the condition is looking really poor and quite bad in Palestine and anywhere else, and Haramain, we know that insha'Allah ta'ala, with Allah's help, our proper iman, proper trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the truth is meant to prevail. The truth always wins, always. قُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلُ. Allah told our Prophet ﷺ, when Allah decides that the truth will come, the justice, it will prevail. It will take place. And that immediately means that the injustice, the falsehood will vanish, perish, disappear. Because the two can't be occupied in the same heart, and the same goes for a land. In a masjid, we're going to have a good spirit, a good atmosphere, or we won't. And the same is in a community. I really, truly hope this month of Ramadan has brought us closer to one another, has brought us together. And that's why the month of Ramadan in itself is a huge boost and blessing by Allah, a gift, a mighty gift, a mighty season of worship. We worked hard, we fasted, but the results of it are so profound and so important that some of which we don't even think of, we don't realize, but they have enriched us and made us stronger and better and prepared us for the struggles ahead. For the struggles ahead. And there will be many of them. Know that, mark my words. So, a couple of points I would like to mention as well, in addition to that.